Hello, my name is Andrew Peterson, and I'm the author of the Wingfeather Saga. If you're just discovering the Wingfeather Saga, here's a quick primer. About 10 years ago, I wanted to write something that had all the peril and vastness of the Lord of the Rings, but with the whimsy and the heart of the Princess Bride. So the whole story centers around these three siblings, Janner, Kalmar, and their little sister Lily. They live in this ordinary little town called Glipwood. Ordinary except for the snake-like Fangs of Dang, and the sea dragons, and the terrifying toothy cows. But when the kids find a map leading to the lost Jewels of Anniera, they're thrown into a perilous adventure, which will reveal hidden secrets about who they are and will change their world forever. G.K. Chesterton, one of my favorite authors, wrote that fairy tales don't teach children the dragons exist. They show the dragons can be beaten. That's the kind of story I wanted to tell. And when we raised the funds here on Kickstarter to enhance Book 4, we managed to raise $118,000, which was at the time the most successful fiction campaign in Kickstarter history. Thank you, by the way, to everybody who made that happen. I get the most wonderful letters from readers, and the most consistent question I get is this: Mr. Peterson, when are you going to make a movie of the Wingfeather Saga? And so we started talking, and one thing led to another, and finally, we decided that it was time to bring the Wingfeather Saga to life on the screen in an exciting, awesome, epic animated series. So that's when Chris Wall entered the picture.
Hello.
I first met Chris at VeggieTales headquarters, where he was hard at work producing my personal favorite VeggieTales film, The Wizard of Oz. Chris and I formed Shining Isle Productions because we want to take Janner, Kalmar, and Lily all the way from book 1 to book 4, and hopefully bring this story to many, many more people. But how in the world do we do that?
It's a huge, huge undertaking, but we can do it with your help. The first step in launching this project is to produce an animated short. It's kind of like the ones you've seen from Pixar and Disney. Hopefully we'll be that awesome. We're going to produce a scene from the Wingfeather Saga, which will be the first huge step towards making the first full episode. We've put together an awesome team to help pull this off. Tom Owens is directing. He's worked for DreamWorks Animation for a number of years. Started with Prince of Egypt all the way to How to Train Your Dragon. He was actually head of story for How to Train Your Dragon 2. Tom's already been hard at work at some of the preliminary designs you've seen here, including some storyboards that he's already helped us working on some scenes. We've also got our friend Keith Langu. Keith is a genius CG visual design guru. He's an animator. He's been at Valve for a number of years, working on great games like Portal and others. He's going to help us to make it visually as distinctive and interesting as we can possibly make it.
Okay, so how much is this going to cost?
The base goal is $110,000. That goal will get the ball rolling and allow us to produce a really compelling animated short. If we go higher than that, there's all sorts of cool things we can do.
So Chris, what do our faithful, wonderful, highly intelligent, and generous Kickstarter supporters get?
We've come up with some really cool stuff in addition to the short film. Signed posters, t-shirts, stickers with really cool Wingfeather art, original concept art. Some of you will get exclusive access to the production blog, and one other thing that's really cool and exciting.
This is super exciting. We are going to publish Wingfeather Tales, a special limited edition book of stories from Here We Are. These stories will be written by some of our amazing author friends and illustrated by some of our amazing artist friends. I'm going to supervise and edit the book, and we're going to fling open the doors to Here We Are again so that you guys can dive back in.
Check out all the reward levels. Lots of cool stuff. Choose wisely.
There you have it. We're asking you guys to help us bring the Wingfeather Saga to life in a beautiful and powerful way. If you're familiar with me at all, you know that I deeply believe in the power of stories, especially the right kind of story. My hope with this series, as with the books, is that whoever experiences this will feel a wild hope that there is some great good in the world that towers over all the darkness.
So please spread the word to your friends, families, coworkers, and pets. Hopefully your pets have a social media account. That would be enormously helpful. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Let's do this. Beware the toothy cows. And the snake buzzards. And the horned hounds. And the quill diggles. And the cave blats.